Here's a great song for us to join together. Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Amen. I used to think that God was the sun, God is the sun, and God's so much more than the earth and the stars or all of creation. God is creator, all in all, needing us to shine His light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Command my hands, what must they do? Command my life, it's here for you. God is the love that heals all creation. God is creator, makes all things new, and God needs us to shine His light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you. Here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Here we go. God needs us to shine His light. God needs us to shine His light. God needs us to shine His light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Yeah, family. Yeah, family. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Penelope, and welcome everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta. My name is Jean Bell. My pronouns are she and her, and I serve as your associate minister here. I'm so glad to see all of you. If you're viewing on Facebook or YouTube Live, please like and share this broadcast so we can continue to spread the good news of New Thought out into the world. Yes? We're going to do that? Spread it out in the world? All right, good. We're going to go through our affirmation, and I'm going to read it all the way through, and then I'm going to invite you to say it with me. All right, today I choose to focus on the blessings of my life. By turning my attention to the positive aspects that surround me, I cultivate a sense of well-being and contentment. My attitude of thanksgiving prepares to welcome whatever lies ahead with optimism and confidence. I let go of worries about the past or future and instead embrace the here and now with positivity and hope. All right, let's say that together in one voice. Today, I choose to focus on the blessings in my life. By turning my attention to the positive aspects that surround me, I cultivate a sense of well-being and contentment. My attitude of thanksgiving prepares to welcome whatever lies ahead with optimism and confidence. I let go of worries about the past or future and instead embrace the here and now with positivity and hope. And so it is. I just have a few announcements. One of them is that we will still be receiving canned goods and non-perishable items for Toco Hills Community Alliance. You can drop those off every Sunday. We just have one more Sunday for that drop-off. However, if you have something, say, in December, just let me know, and we'll make sure that Toco Hills Community Alliance will get them, those items. There's a great need going on right now. There have been more cars coming and more people in need for food. So please, if you have it, bring it. And also, because of last week, how many of you were here for my ordination? Thank you so much. How many of you saw it online? A few. Wonderful, wonderful. We didn't have Spiritually Curious. And so we're going to have Spiritually Curious this afternoon. So if you want to participate, Tony Jenkins is our practitioner that leads that particular workshop so well. And we talk about everything, new thought and also new age stuff that does not necessarily fit in with the science of mind. But we talk about it and we explore it. And we have opinions about it. And we share those opinions. And we broaden our horizon. All right. If you're new and visiting for the first time, please see that beautiful lady, Elizabeth Garrity. She has a gift especially for you. Thank you.
With every prayer, I breathe the heart of God. I breathe the love of God through me. With every prayer, I breathe the heart of God. I breathe the love of God through me. As I open and allow, I know right here and now, I create a world where wonders never cease. With every prayer, I breathe the heart of God. I breathe the love of God through me.
Take a breath and know with me. Know that there is a presence, a power, a intelligence that is through me, as me, and for me. This presence is ever with me, waiting with open arms, waiting to express in any way necessary. I just need to just open up and receive. Whether that is for guidance, strength, maybe some joy, a little bit of purpose, doesn't matter. Whatever the need is, this presence is always there, because this presence is with me at all times. It's not outside of me. And therefore, it knows exactly what is needed way before I even know, because it resides in every aspect of my being, in my heartbeat, in the blood that flows through my veins, in the thoughts that I have, and the prayers that I share in my heart. And it's this presence that I turn to as I focus more on all that I'm grateful for, all that I'm thankful for in this coming week. Although we should always invite gratitude into our lives, this week just focuses it. And so I am so thankful to be a part of a community that always shares its heart with me. I'm so grateful to be an instrument of that presence that says yes to whatever I drop into it. I'm so grateful for these teachings that has allowed me to step into a greater expression of who I am. And I'm so grateful for all the trials and tribulations that will come down the road, because I know that is an opportunity for me to continue to grow. For all this and more, I am so thankful. And with that, I can turn to the law knowing that it says yes to whatever I put in front of it. It's already done it. It's already received it. And it is already ready for me to step into it. If we're in agreement with this prayer, please join me by saying, and so it is.
With every prayer, I breathe the heart of God. I breathe the love of God through me. With every prayer, I breathe the heart of God. I breathe the love of God through me. As I open and allow, I know right here and now, I create a world where wonders never cease. With every prayer, I breathe the heart of God. I breathe the love of God through me. Thank you, Tony. I've got a roof over my head. I've got a warm place to sleep. Some nights I lie awake counting gifts instead of counting sheep. I've got a heart that can hold love. I've got a mind that can think. There may be times when I lose the light and let my spirit sink, but I can't stay depressed when I remember how I'm blessed. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful I am. Grateful, grateful, truly blessed and duly grateful. In a city of strangers, I've got a family of friends. No matter what rocks and brambles fill the way, I know that they will stay until the end. I feel a hand holding my hand. It's not a hand you can see, but on the road to the promised land, this hand will shepherd me through delight and despair, holding tight and always there. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful I am. Grateful, grateful, truly blessed and duly grateful. It's not that I don't want a lot, or hope for more, or dream of more, but giving thanks for what I've got makes me so much happier than keeping score in a world that can bring pain. I will still take each chance, for I believe that whatever the terrain, our feet can learn to dance, whatever stone life may sling. We can moan or we can sing. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful I am. Grateful, grateful, truly blessed and duly grateful. Truly blessed and duly grateful.
Thank you, Penelope. Thank you, Tony, for that wonderful spiritual mind treatment. Hello again, everyone. Oh, it's been a heck of a month, yes? We've been giving thanks all month long. We started off with a concert. We ended up with a nice ordination, and now I'm just going to talk. So get ready. You know, actually, I was ordinated, is that the word, ordinated? Back in July, and we had a panel, and it was crying and tears. It was all on Zoom. I didn't have to go anywhere. I didn't have to visit, you know, but it was wonderful to have a celebration. And that's one of the things they charge you with, that you should actually go back to your community and have a party, a celebration. And I want to thank all of you again, because I'm still high off of that celebration. The love that you all just showed me was amazing. And I carried that all week. In fact, I couldn't get anything done for crying and just thinking about everything and everyone. It was reliving it in my head. So thank you so much. Thank you. And so I want you to take a moment with me to put in your heart space. A former practitioner, he's still a practitioner, but he doesn't go to our center anymore. He's up north, and he's going to have a procedure for a kidney. His name is Joseph Clark, and he put that on his Facebook page. And so let's know a greater truth, that that kidney is so well received in his body temple, that Spirit is guiding the doctors and the anesthesiologists and everyone that's involved in his care, that it is perfectly assimilated into his body temple. Joseph, if you're viewing this, we are with you. We are with you in prayer, and we love you. All right, so today I want to talk about fulfillment. Fulfillment from a science of mind perspective. And we all are seeking some kind of fulfillment. We're on a quest for fulfillment. At least I know I was when I was a young adult. And I searched for fulfillment, and I filled my life up with things like overachievement, planning goal after goal, achieving those goals, being stellar. But then something in me was always missing. I was never satisfied for long. I just wasn't. that longing, that missing of something. And I didn't know what it was at the time because, again, I was agnostic. I didn't have any particular spiritual philosophy. I just was doing it solo. And one day, back in the late 80s, don't start doing the math, I was invited to a wedding. I was in the Army then by one of my lieutenants. And we went to her church. And I was like, okay, they're going to have it in the church. Fine, that's great. And through my observance, I realized that the pastor that was performing the wedding was her pastor, that this was her church. And I really liked this lieutenant. I thought she was sharp as a whistle. She was kind. She had herself together. And she was a highly educated woman. So I thought to myself, does she actually believe this stuff, you know? Again, remember, I'm agnostic. I know that there is a power. I just don't believe everybody's philosophy about this power, right? I've had some bad run-ins with that stuff. So I thought to myself, I'm going to ask her a question when I get the right moment. And I asked her, I said, so what does it mean to be a member of this community to you? What does it mean to belong to this church? And then my question was earnest. It wasn't about being sarcastic or anything. I really wanted to know because, like I said, I liked her. I thought she was cool. And she said some profound things to me that stuck with me for a very long time. She said that her relationship with God was the most important thing in her life, and that this community, her community, the minister and the members all share the same love and truly try to walk and live as Jesus did. She added that walking in his footsteps is not always easy in this world of effect. She didn't say effect, but I added that. She said it's not always easy to walk in this world that we live in. But having community, she said, helps to stay the course. It helped to stay the course. She said that God fills her up with love and purpose. And I had questions. I did. But I didn't ask them. I didn't ask any of those questions. And I wish I did. And I thought about what she said, and I realized that I may never have what she has because some of the things her faith purports, I could never believe in. So when I got out the Army and I moved back to Germany, I decided to fill my life up with my sense of fulfillment, which was accomplishment, was overachieving, striving to be the best, getting all the accolades and all that. I got them. I was always good. I did my job well. Always did. But something was always missing. You see, in all that striving and achieving, I thought I had to do it all by myself. And we're all seeking the joy of living, to be loved, to feel and experience the being of wholeness, successful however we may define success as, content in this thing called life. And what I have come to know that is inside us all, is spirit. And it is always pulling us toward a greater embodiment of the truth of who we are. That the life force within us is spirit. And it wants us to wake up to that fact. And it wants to express through us, as us, for a greater fulfillment of life. And in all my striving and achieving, that was the missing part. And that was the thing I was longing for. The connection with the indwelling spirit that was always telling me, I am with you always. But I couldn't hear it because I had such a deep resentment towards religion. And I didn't know anything about metaphysics at that time. And so I kept turning a deaf ear to that divine urge that was within me. And everyone is bestowed with this creative urge, this pull, this force to wake up to our own divinity. We just have to open up to hear it. Ernest Holmes, the founder of the Science of Mind and Spirit philosophy, tells us that this divine urge is the inner desire to express life, the desire to do and accomplish more, to be more completely happy, prosperous, and well. It is part of that eternally progressive spirit of unfoldment. And it won't let us rest. That insistent voice that is calling us to be what we came here to be, which is to wake up to our spiritual potential of fulfillment every single day, and that we are never alone in this awakening. We never have to walk alone. Holmes said, everything must find fulfillment or perish. I was like, or perish? Dude, that's kind of harsh. It's a bit harsh. Can't we substitute maybe with stagnation or some kind of blockage, but perish? And yet, even with those descriptive words, those words are not life-affirming. And that was his point. That was his point. So that push is always there. That urge is always there. And it is a quest for spiritual fulfillment. And what continues to get in the way are all the obstacles that are in our life that brings us pain and dissatisfaction and discord. We're looking for a solution. And we search high and low for that solution, to find that thing or that someone that will be the ultimate solution, that will be the ultimate giver of our fulfillment. And so a lot of times what happens is we transfer that solution to our fulfillment to external goals of achievement, like I did, or to an individual or an organization or a methodology. And we put all of our responsibility onto that thing and that external thing in hopes that it will be the thing, the solution that will wipe away all of our pain and all of our sorrow. Many of us are looking for that quick fix. And that's why gurus and charismatic spiritual leaders and nowadays even political figures, would you go figure, are so popular. And they sometimes offer solutions to all that ails us, a quick fix. And so we look to them for those quick fixes, our salvation, for deliverance. And for those leaders that are truly sincere, they will help you. They will guide you. They will show you the way. But the help, the guidance, and the way will always lead right back to the inner work that you must do. You see, for those leaders that are not sincere, the ones that do not deliver, when they do not meet our expectations, when we are dumbfounded by them not filling us up, well, we're off to the next ashram, we're off to the next revival, the next center, or the retreat. We dump them like a hot potato. But even when we hear that we must go in, because you got to hear it. You got to hear it. Even when we hear that we must go within, the solution of our fulfillment lies within, that we are created to express life fully. When we hear that, truly hear that, we're hesitant to believe it. The power and the presence that we've been searching for all of our lives is within us. Some have come to believe a falsehood about themselves, that they are not worried to possess such power and such presence. That's because of the pain and the struggle that we have experienced and suffered in our lives. They couldn't possibly believe that such divine goodness could be within them or for them. Remember, I am with you always, and all that I have is yours. Holmes tells us The first law of our being is that we are all created to express ourselves, and we need an object of that expression. When we fail to express, we repress, and that's what makes us sick. Life is made to fulfill itself. The next law of our being is that the ego must not be rejected. We must feel wanted, needed, and loved. Now, ego is not like the psychological ego. In metaphysical terms, the ego refers to the real consciousness of us, not the subjective aspect of our being, right? Our consciousness, our personality, what we're all viewing each other right now here. We all need love. We all need to be needed, and we all need that upliftment from one another. Spirit has already given us permission to live. And you are loved by Spirit. It has poured itself into your very being. But what does that mean for us? It means that the answer to fulfillment was never, ever somewhere out there. Fulfillment was never outside of ourselves. So our task then is to become so acutely aware of this fact, of this one fact. We must first acknowledge that the power for true, authentic change lies within ourselves, within our own minds. And fulfillment is more than just about material achievement. No, don't get me wrong. You should do that. Definitely achieve all your goals here on this plane. I don't want you to think I am anti-goal achievement. No, I am not. But it's so much more. You remember that old saying, wherever you go, there you are. Wherever you go, you take your current mental atmosphere with you. You know, I've heard, and sometimes I have said, I will be happy when I get the new job. I will be happy when I move to the new city. I will be happy or fulfilled when I have a meaningful relationship. And all that is doing when you say such things is you push your fulfillment to some future event with the same mindset you already have. So what happens is you're going to show up at that new job or that new city or in that new relationship with the same ways, the same old ways of being. Because what? Wherever you go, there you are. So unless there's a renewing of your mind, unless there's a changing of your mental atmosphere, you will continue with the same old mental perceptions of life. Can I get an amen on that one? Right now. And it always has been now. It will always be. Now is the appointed time of our fulfillment. That is why it's so important to recognize that fulfillment is not a destination, but a state of being, a state of mind that begins within us, right where we are. The divine urge to grow, to love, to expand is a sign that life itself is inviting you to embrace your own wholeness now. Instead of waiting for circumstances to change or for something outside of yourself to grant happiness, and for you to realize that you need to realize this permission has been given from the day that you entered creation. You are the beloved. You are right here and right now. You need not wait for anyone. You need not ask for anybody's permission ever. You are divine. You are beloved of the one power that exists throughout all creation. Please don't forget that. There is no need to wait for external validation or permission from anyone or anything. Please don't tell me I'm looking for a sign. Please don't tell me I want to hear that in a small voice. Sometimes you got to have a microphone, one of those things that they used to use in the olden days to hear that in a small voice because of all the garbage that we have piled on. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut and treat and know the Spirit will guide you on your way. Life does not determine when you are allowed to proceed. You do that because life has already given you the green light. It's already given you the green light. Life is the eternal givingness, and it just keeps giving and giving. It's up to us to take it. Rather, it is up to us to grant ourselves the authority to live. Let's live. Life has already given us permission to live. So what are you waiting for? What are we waiting for? If we truly accept this boundless permission that flows from the source of all existence, then each moment stands as an open invitation to embody our deepest truth and embrace the fullness of who we are. And speaking of who we are, earlier I said Spirit is always pulling us towards a greater embodiment of the truth of who we are. Then the question becomes, who are you? Who are you? Holmes tells us you are part of its self-expression. Therefore, the whole desire of life is to give you more life. And since it is all life, it has all of life to give you. It loves you because in creating you, it has given some part of itself to you. You are dear to life, beloved by it. In creating you, it has poured itself into you. You could not ask for greater love than this, and more love could not be given. Ernest Holmes, that man had a way with words. I tell you. Yes, beloved, life has already given us permission, and it's given its love. So please remember, you are not alone in this thing called life. You have spiritual community right here, and you have the power of life itself as your eternal guide. You do within yourself. It is in this conscious awareness that we reclaim our responsibility for our happiness, our fulfillment, and the unfolding of our life's purpose. And life's purpose is always, always a greater expression of life, love, and wholeness. And that is so wonderful. And so are you. And so it is. And so it is. Thank you, everyone. Now let us prepare for the offering. All right? Let's prepare for our grateful giving, and we've been doing it a little bit different. We have so many different ways to give. If you have cash, if you have a check, you can put it in the receptacles yourselves. We're no longer going to have ushers going forth. You know where they are. They're right here. But what I will ask you to do is to take it in your hands. Take it in your hands and put it on your heart. And I want you to bless it. I want you to bless it for this ministry. Because this philosophy is life-changing. It's changed my life. Because I was like, I'm not going to church. I'm not doing that. And you can see where I am now. Nothing but love for you. And I give that love freely. So let's help keep this going. Keep this wonderful philosophy growing. Just know that in that growth, I love all of you. I love all of you that view and that give, that never set foot in this building. But you send me emails, you send me texts, and you tell me what this message means to you. Thank you, because this message means so much to me too, and so do you. So let's know a greater truth for SLCA, for our community. And that truth is that Spirit abides here as the living Spirit Almighty made manifest in each and every one of you. So join me now in this grateful giving, and let's say it as one voice. I live in the universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I share with life returns to me multiplied abundantly, and so it is. Thank you, SLCA.
Thank you, Reverend Jean Bell. Also invite the practitioners, if you're wearing a stole, the practitioners who are wearing stoles today are available for prayer. So I invite you to please see one of them and share your joys and share anything you have on your heart that you need to share today. Please know that they are available for you. And we have a workshop this afternoon following our time together for a meal. So stick around. If it feels too good to raise your spirit or raise your feet, let's go. Let's sing our closing song. Thank you. We envision a world that works for everyone and for all of creation. We see all people, all beings as expressions of God. We see a world that works for everyone. We envision a world that works for everyone and for all of creation. We see all people, all beings as expressions of God. We see a world that works for everyone. We see a world that works for everyone. We see a world that works for everyone, everyone. Yeah. Have a great weekend, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. It's good to see you.